Okay, back on the chainsaw repairs. So today we've got a Sthil Ms170 that is not oiling. So it has been messed around with a wee bit to try and diagnose it, or try and repair it I should say, but we'll have a look, and it could be a blocked oil pipe, or obviously the hose that's in the oiler or something like that. Anyway, I'll probably end up stripping it down and having a look, and I'll keep you posted. Okay, so I've got a bit carried away here. I found a couple of things. One of them is the duckbill valve is missing out of the oiler, which is there. I do have another one of those lying around, so I'll replace that. Also the oiler pipe, which seems fine, you can blow through that, that's nice and clean, unobstructed I should say, is that it wasn't really set. This is, I probably should have turned the camera on. The handle comes across here, and it probably wasn't, it wasn't set in here. So that goes through to into the tank, so it connects the tank with, that's the bottom of the pump there. So you can see that's the pump. It drives off the crankshaft, and this is the feeder hose that goes into it, and it wasn't quite set in there properly. I think that's probably what the issue is. Anyway, we'll screw it all back together. I'll give it a good clean out first, and we'll see if that does it. Otherwise, let's replace this pump, which I believe you put an M5, there's threads in the bottom of that, so you put an M5 bolt in there and then just pull the whole thing out. It's sort of pressed in there. So we'll do that last though, because I think it was that this wasn't joined into the bottom of that properly, to be honest, because apparently the owner was saying that it leaked quite a bit. So anyway, we'll give that a go. Okay, the other thing to look for is, so I've got it all back together. I should have showed you this with the clutch off, but there is actually a drive, oil pump drive, if you can just see it into there, and that spins with the clutch, and there is a notch that is cut out of the clutch drum, and you just have to line that up with that pump drive there, and that was actually lined up. So what I do is put it on, and then I turn the clutch a wee bit just to make sure that you have actually captured it. Yeah, so there it is there, and you can see there's a mark. Oh, I hope that's in focus. Oh, and I oiled the there's a little bearing in here, so I've greased that up. Anyway, I'll put that on. Need a pair of pliers to do that. Right, I'll put that together and we'll start it up and see if it's going to oil out of there. That's a beauty. So I've got blue oil in there, so it's nice and easy to see. That was it. So it appears that it was, I blew out all the oil lines anyway, but it appears that it was actually the oil feed from the bottom of the tank, which comes around. I don't know whether you can see that, but that's the pipe under there. That's the bottom of the oil tank, and underneath the handle, this is probably not the best explanation of how to fix it, but there's a plug that goes into the bottom of the oil pump, and that was dislodged. So anyway, it's all going well now. I don't know what CC these saws are, but they seem to go pretty well. Okay, well that's that one out of the road. I have another one to resurrect, which is this thing here. 034 that's been sitting on a shelf for, well, not my shelf, but it was hanging up in a shed for, I don't know, 15 years, maybe 10 years, not sure. So we'll resurrect this one now that I've got a bit of time off from work. We'll see if we can get this going, because these are pretty good saws from what I understand. And then when that one's done, we've got this puppy here, which is the 051, and that's an 075. So yeah, I look forward to get those things going. Right, anyway, I'll put this online. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's interested in it, but there you go.